Yes, welcome to another video, and this is our transfer window review where we're going to cover the outgoings, the incomings, and then give a final rating, our final ratings, and you guys can get involved in the comment section below, let us know what you thought about the transfer window. And before we get into it, let's get a like target going. Let's go for 1,000 likes. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel and hit the notification bell. Just double check that you are subscribed, because you never know, you might have forgotten and you might not have done it. Massive shout out to our sponsors as well, the guys at OneFootball have been keeping us all up to date with the transfer news and match news as the games are going, and obviously we've got international breaks, so I'm sure there'll be some stuff on there regarding the internationals. It's a completely free app to download. If you download it, select City as your favourite team, you'll get all the City news directly to your phone, completely free of charge. If you're interested, you want to get involved, link is in the description. It's also the pinned comment. You do help support the channel if you download it. Right, okay, so let me just get the talking points up, innit? You know what I mean? Because we actually planned.
We actually planned this one.
This is not a winged video. This is legit.
I mean, it kind of is winged. We just have 4 names in a little list.
Yeah, right. Okay, so let's start off with the outgoings. There has actually been a lack of outgoings. By the way, we're not covering CFG, disclaimer, innit? You know, that's too much prep, innit? You know, I mean, go watch JSGC if you want to see that. Right, Bernardo Silva has not left the football club. It's been looking like that he was going to leave. Obviously, you know, he's getting a bit upset in it, and I've been told off a few people now that it's heavily this guy's going. You know what I mean? This guy's gone, and off reliable sources. But Bray's not gone in it, which is a madness. I don't think it's because he wanted to stay. I just think it's because no one would buy him. You know what I mean? And that is. You know what I mean? It takes 2 to tango, innit? You know what I mean? So if he wants out, he has to find a club. And this is kind of what Pep said. He said, if someone wants to leave, bring us an offer. And I don't think he's brought us nothing, Bray.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, really, isn't it, for him? Because obviously he's really unhappy. We've seen him crying when he's leaving the pitch, and everyone thought, oh, that definitely means he's going to leave. But nothing's come about. So Bernardo stays with us. Not sure how that'll affect him mentally. I still expect him to give his all 100%, and I think he will do.
He will.
I think he'll shut it off. I think he'll just move on. You know what I mean? The club will say, "We'll try and sell you." Do you know what I mean? Next window. Yeah, because
it's not like City have said, "No, you're not going." Like City by all accounts,
are willing to work with a team to do a deal for him. It's just no one's coming forward for him.
You can't really blame City for this one. You know what I mean? It's no one wants him. You know, which is sad because he's a mega player. But we want him. You know what I mean? We want him. Yeah. But that is good news, and that's a positive for City. Aymeric Laporte, no one's talking about this. Everyone's saying the transfer window's been shit, and we'll give you our review in a second. But this is a massive positive that nobody, if you go on Twitter or whatever, nobody is talking about this. Laporte, in my view, was odds on to leave this football club at the end of the year based on the fact that John Stones had his number and John Stones was playing with Ruben Diaz, and Laporte deserved to be playing week in, week out because he's a mega footballer, but wasn't because John Stones and Diaz were so good. So naturally, I was of the opinion, I think a lot of people are of the opinion, that this guy's going to leave, not because he doesn't want to stay and because he don't want to play for City, but because he wants to play football, which you can thoroughly understand that as a legitimate thing for a football player to be playing football. However, again, no offers have come in for him, and he's stayed. And this is an absolutely mega positive, which nobody's talking about. And I think people need to talk about this more, bro, because there's not been that many positives of this transfer window. But this is up there. This is a mega win for City.
Yeah, without a doubt. I'm honestly, I'm really confused at how we've managed to keep hold of him, because this guy is one of the top centre backs in world football. And you know what I mean? He was unhappy about his playing time, and he's right in that, isn't it? He is not a second choice centre back, and he shouldn't be, because that's how good he is.
Yeah.
And somehow we've managed to keep hold of him. If we would have sold, Laporte would have been in the mud in the centre back department, especially if it came late on in the transfer window. Yeah. Would have been in the mud. Would have been mudded in that situation. I think keeping him is honestly a massive keep. I think he'll play a lot this season anyway, but this is unreal, the fact that we've managed to keep Aymeric Laporte. I think throughout the transfer window, me and you kept saying to her, bro, we kept saying all the time, wait, is there any Laporte news? Is there any Laporte news? We kept looking for it, and it just wasn't there. It's just no one linked with him, nothing, no links with him leaving anywhere else. There's absolutely nothing on Laporte, and I'm really surprised that someone like Real Madrid, and we know Real Madrid have got the cash because they were just offering like 180 million for Mbappe.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised, and Real Madrid was the one that I'd picture it at.
I thought so,
they'd come in and offer like something like 70 million and try and get
as
Laporte
well,
away
bro,
from us.
with him changing nationalities from French to Spanish, it all just sort of
lined up, didn't it?
Yeah, the dominoes, mate, were all... Is it dominoes? I don't know. But you know what I mean? Everything was just like lining up perfectly for him just to make that switch to Real Madrid, but... it's not happened, and that's fantastic news. Right, let's move on to the incomings. Jack Grealish, that was the biggest transfer of is it the biggest transfer of the summer? I think it is, unless Mbappe does go through, which it's not. Obviously,
I mean, people say Ronaldo's the biggest, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm just talking fee
wise. Yeah, we broke the British transfer record, haven't we? So
British transfer record, £100 million, buyout clause activated. You know what I mean? Buyout FC,
release clause FC.
But this is a mega deal for Manchester City. I've said for a while now that I think Jack Grealish will go on to be an icon of the English game. I think he's going to do Beckham start stuff with all the business deals. And you know what? He's had a good start to the campaign. I've seen some people, bro, saying he's been rubbish, but I completely disagree. I think he's fitted into the team absolutely wonderfully well. He's not even played with Kevin De Bruyne. He's not playing with an out-and-out striker, and he's still doing bits. So this was an absolutely brilliant masterstroke from Man City, getting him in, and I couldn't be more happier, bro.
No, this guy is a mega signing, and that there where you say that you keep seeing people slating him kind of thing and saying that he's been shit pretty much since he's been at City. This happens on every single live stream that we do recently. Every time I mention Jack Grealish, every time he plays football, we get people in our chat saying that Jack Grealish is shit, and it's just like, open your eyes, innit? You're not seeing the right thing, because I must be seeing a completely different Jack Grealish to these people, because I think he's had a decent start to his life at City, and it's mad because it's so early. You know for a fact he can get so much better for this club, and that's scary. That is scary. This guy's going to be incredible for City. He's one really that excites me every single week. I think about like the fact of I can't wait to see Jack Grealish playing this weekend. You know what I mean? That is sick. I want him to do bits. Yeah, no, a mega deal. And the final deal that took place, Manchester City were chasing the greatest footballer of all time. Rumours flying around. Where would he go? Would he go to City? Would he go elsewhere? And obviously, a lot of people may have been disappointed, but not us at City Extra. Manchester City have secured the greatest footballer of all time in Scott Carson. Now, we all know you guys in the chat absolutely love this guy. So we couldn't do the video without mentioning him. He has signed for Manchester City again. Apparently, he's really loved. I watched that Together documentary, by the way. Oh yeah, have you seen it? Yeah.
And you know, you can see on that Together,
it there how much they love him, bro.
Yeah, he's absolutely he's loved at the football club. What game was it? Was it the PSG game away from home where we won?
And they rang him.
Yeah, he couldn't make it because he had an arm injury, and they actually FaceTimed him, and that's how much you guys love him. They actually remembered and thought about doing that. So. Mega deal. Good to have around the camp, and you know what? It's good to have them sort of players around, because at some point in the season we're going to go through a rough patch. We always do. Every club does, and you need them uplifting spirits and them uplifting characters in the dressing room to get people going and have a little bit of a laugh from time to time. Not take everything too seriously, man. So, you know, what can I say? Absolutely mega. Right, bro. Review out of 10. What are you giving this window?
I mean, you go into the window, you need, as a City fan, and as Manchester City, you go into this window and you look at it and you go, right, we need a left back and we need a striker. And we've come out this window without a left back and without a striker.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's not been a good window. For Manchester City, it's not been a good window at all. It's been, obviously, the Grealish thing papers over a lot of cracks, because, you know what I mean, when they signed a British world transfer, Grealish, incredible. We just can't sign anyone who's not on a release clause. So I'd probably give it a 4 or 5 out of 10, bro. Yeah. I'm going to give it a 4.5. I think that's nicely in there. For the exact same reasons. I think Laporte, keeping him was mega. I think getting Grealish was mega. But the two things that we needed, a striker and a left back, we failed to do. So I can't really give it over a 5. Remember, guys, just because we've had a poor window, or we perceive it to be a poor window, doesn't mean we're going to have a poor season. I still think we're going to have a mega season, and that, you know what, we could win a double again. We might win the Champions League. Bro, who knows, man? Bro, this team played 61 of 62 games or whatever it was. We missed one game in the whole of last season. One game, that is it. Yeah. And we've got Jack Grealish now added to this squad. So, yeah. You know what I mean? it's still a great team.
Yeah,
people
need to understand that just because it's a bad window doesn't mean that we're going to have a bad season. People are linking them way too much, you know what I mean? So separate it out and it's all gravy. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. What would you give this rating out of 10 for the transfer window? Hope you really like the video. If you have, smash a like on it. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Go check out the sponsor, OneFootball. Link is in the description. Completely free app. And if you download it, you do help support the channel. So we really appreciate it. And we'll see you in the next one. See you in a bit.